Hey, welcome to lesson 1 of my ASL curriculum. So a quick explanation of how this channel is going to work. Once a week, hopefully, I'll be posting an actual lesson from my curriculum, and then a second post will be a practice video, just a silly video, deaf culture, something like that. So let's get started with the vocab. Deaf. Deaf. You can also do it backwards. They're both perfectly fine. Deaf or deaf. Hearing, as in the opposite of deaf. Hearing. Hard of hearing. Hard of hearing. Again. Non-dominant hand, dominant hand. Again. Slow. Slow. And you can do this with a closed hand or an open hand. Here's your dominant, non-dominant, slow. Please. Please, and with a closed hand, you can either do an S or an A. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. And you can do this with a completely flat hand, thank you, or I tend to do it with a slight angle, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. And this one looks like a nodding head, so it's pretty easy to remember, but it actually comes from the finger spelling of yes. Y-E-S, Y-E-S. So they just shortened the motion, and now it's its own sign. No. No. And that's another one that comes from the finger spelling. N-O, no. Name. Name. Like. Like. So you start with a flat hand on your chest, and then bring your middle finger and your thumb together, like. And then for dislike, you take it and you throw it away. Dislike. Understand. It's gonna be this motion right here. Understand. And then for don't understand, you just negate it with your face, so don't understand. Man. Man. The upper half of the face is considered masculine. The lower half of the face is considered feminine, so woman would be on the chin. There are two ways to sign person. You can sign person or person, right? This is usually used as a qualifier. So if you're saying somebody is a student, they are a learn person, teacher is a teach person, so that is the qualifier at the end. So the other way is person. This shape right here, person. Finger spell. You're gonna move from your non-dominant side to your dominant and give sparkle fingers. Finger spell, have. Have. The two ways to say sign, you can either do it like this, it's a forward rolling motion, sign, and that's usually used as the noun, or sign, which is usually only used as the verb. All right, let's talk about pronouns, right? So if you're saying you, he, she, they, you just point. Super simple, super straightforward. It's all gender neutral. So me and you, he, she, they, who knows? But then for possessives like mine, yours, his, hers, it's with a flat hand. So this is me and this is my, right? So you versus your, her versus hers. All right, and question words. So if you're asking a question like who, what, when, where, why, your eyebrows are gonna be down like angry brows, right? That essentially functions as our question mark. So, who? Do this, middle of your chin. Who? Make sure you have those eyebrows down. What? What? When? When? So here's your non-dominant. And your dominant hand, it's like hands on the clock, right? Going around in a circle. When? Where? And the way I like to remember that one is it here? Is it there? Is it there? Where is it? Where? There are two common ways to sign Y. The way I usually teach my ASL 1 students is this, because you touch your head and then go into the letter Y. Super easy to remember. But if you don't like that one, you can also do Y. Y. Which is which, and it's like you're weighing your options, right? Is it this one? Is it this one? Which one? Then for how, hands up, bend them, put them together like you're texting, okay? Your dominant hand, make your thumb face you, point your non-dominant away, and then switch, all right? So one more time, hands bend together, okay? Dominant thumb faces you. How? How? All right, and like I mentioned, your eyebrows essentially function as your question mark, but that also means they need to go at the end of the sentence. It's your punctuation, right? So we learned how to say your, we learned how to say name, and we learned how to say what. So if you want to say, what is your name, what has to go at the end of the sentence? Because it's got our question mark, right? So it would be your name is what? If you're asking a yes or no or a rhetorical question, your eyebrows are gonna go up, okay? So it's still gonna be your question mark, but they're gonna go up instead of down. So let's practice that, right? So we know your name is what, all right? And a yes or no question might be, are you deaf, right? So eyebrows are up. Are you deaf? And for I am statements, so I am hearing, there's no am, there's no to be verbs, is, was, were. So you just take that out. So me, deaf. You, hearing. And then another sentence I want to cover, sign or sign, slow, please, all right? So sign or sign, slow, please. And then another yes or no question, right? Do you understand? So your eyebrows are up, it's yes or no. Do you understand? And again, we know possessives, right? So my name, and then there is no is, so you would just do my name and then finger spell it. So for me, my name, Paris. I'm gonna have some videos coming out soon that are practice videos, so I'll give you sentences that you should sign, and I'll also sign sentences myself so that you can practice understanding them when other people say them. And that's it for now. Love y'all.